You held your stomach in pain. For some reason, you'd caught a cold of sorts, and it evolved into more flu-like symptoms. With this killing game going on, you feared that somebody would take advantage of your illness, so you hid in your room. The doorbell suddenly rang, snapping you back to the present. Can you please open this door? I don't feel like picking locks. Kokichi huffed from the other side. Knowing he would get in one way or the other, you opened the door for the purple-haired male. He was grinning, but it dropped to a frown at the sight of your pale face. Geez, you almost scared me. By the way, you look awful. Get some fresh air instead of being holed up here. Or are you too scared or something? Kokichi teased. Dude, I'm sick. You grumbled, your raspy voice backing you up. Okay, then prove it. That could be a lie. Kokichi smirked, knowing that unless he watched you for a while, there was no way to prove it. You know that I can't exactly prove that, you growled. You were not in the mood for his games at the moment. Well, if I watched you for symptoms, I could prove it, Kokichi suggested. For one, why would I do that? And for two, you'd get sick. Your expression suddenly turned fearful. Why am I talking now? You could already be sick. You tried to close the door as to not get Kokichi sick, but he pushed the door back, entered your dorm, and closed the door behind him. You backed away as he grinned. Ooh, so this is your room. You know, you seem pretty scared about me being here. Are you hiding a secret murder plan? Kokichi smirked, holding a finger by his lips. Not in the mood for your jokes. You spat, sitting in a chair. Aw, you're no fun. That means I just have to wait until you are in the mood. Kokichi huffed, looking like a child determined to get a piece of candy their parents wouldn't let them have. Then you're gonna be waiting a long time, because before I want to hear a peep out of you, I gotta get better. You sighed and crossed your arms. Staying here without even eating or drinking isn't how you do it. Come on, we're going to the dining hall, Kokichi asserted, grabbing your wrist and beginning to pull you along with him. God, I hate you. You groaned, having no will or energy to fight him. Once the two of you reached the dining hall, Kokichi sat you in a chair. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna bring you some food, 'kay? Kokichi disappeared into the kitchen. A few minutes later, he came back with some soup, orange juice, and a grape Fanta that he took for himself. He gave you the soup and juice. Since that dumb maid is dead, I get to take her place. Wow. Except, I don't want to be a maid, Kokichi joked. Did you ignore me when I said I wasn't in the mood for your jokes? You asked with a hostile tone. Whoa, calm down. Kokichi's eyes widened, but you could tell it was forced. It was too real to be true. You're not scared, you scoffed. You got me, Kokichi burst into laughter. You began eating your meal while Kokichi was still harassing you with random conversation. When you got back to your dorm, Kokichi hit you with an unexpected question. Did that soup taste like bitter almonds? I added a special ingredient. Kokichi smirked like a devil. Huh? You gave him a confused look. It had indeed tasted faintly of bitter almonds. Cyanide tastes like that, Kokichi declared happily, giving one of the creepiest smiles you've ever seen. What? You yelled. Just kidding. I put artificial flavor in there. Kokichi held up a packet that read, Cyanide Poisoning Prank. Don't scare me like that, you whined. Okay, then how about this for an intrusive question? Who here do you have a crush on? And you can't say nobody. Kokichi casually smiled. Why bring that up? You demanded. I've seen you acting like you're crushing on a certain someone. Kokichi trailed off, his face telling the story that he knew about your crush. You know? You gasped. Of course I know. You think I wouldn't notice if you looked at me and started blushing, or being at a loss for words sometimes. And you care about my health. Kokichi continued to rant about every little thing you did around him because of your feelings towards him making you feel awkward. Okay, okay, you can shut up now, he interrupted him with an irritated voice, though you were blushing. Aw, did I make you embarrassed? Kokichi noticed your blush and smirked, placing a hand under your chin and forcing you to look into his eyes. They shone in a mischievous way, and you could feel yourself getting lost in them already. You were taken even further off guard when the male kissed you. Shyly, you kissed back, and a few seconds later, the kiss was released. I love you too, and that's not a lie, Kokichi admitted, his eyes glistening. All they held was truth. He was also blushing slightly, most likely having never done this before. Uh, Kokichi? Sorry to ruin the mood, but you just kissed me when I'm sick, you reminded him sheepishly, averting your gaze away from him in embarrassment. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. Oh well. Kokichi grinned and hugged you so close to him that your bodies touched. You hesitantly wrapped your arms around his torso, nestling your face against his shoulder. He didn't seem to care that your sick germs were all over him. And if I get sick too, I guess we can be sick together and care for each other.